6, defilement. Defilement. Aren't you glad that in those days of promiscuity, in those days of defilement everywhere, Esther remained a virgin? Our daughters go to school today, and before they come back, some of them already pregnant. Our daughters in the church and your own daughters, some of them are already defiled because they are not listening to what the father, the mother is saying at home. Every time they have devotion, and every time they have their youth meeting, they're not listening. And every time they are brought to church, they're not listening. And so you find, even before they come out of school, or after they come out of school, they're already defiled. I pray things will change in every family. Look at Mark chapter 7. Mark chapter 7. Esther remained a virgin, spiritually, morally, physically. Will remain virgins in Jesus' name. Mark chapter 7, verse 15. There is nothing from without a man that entering into him defile him, but the things which come out of him, those are the things which defile the man. Verse 20. In verse 20, and he said, that which cometh out of the man defileth the man. For from within, out of the heart of men, proceed evil thoughts. And you know, pornography generates evil thoughts. Those bad pictures, portraits, in social media, in those advertisements, they generate evil thoughts. And evil thoughts defile. Adulteries, fornications, murders, thefts, covetousness, wickedness, deceit, lasciviousness, an evil eye, blasphemy, pride, foolishness. All these things come from within and defile the man. In 1 Corinthians chapter 3, 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 17. If any man defile the temple of God, him shall God, tell me, say that again, destroy. For the temple of God is holy, which temple ye are. You send your daughter to go for extra studies after school with brother so-and-so. He's a teacher. I heard he's a good teacher. He teaches difficult subjects in such a simple way that young people hook on. And as you send your daughter there, and the man is a deeper life, holier life, spiritual life man. And then your daughter goes there innocent of defilement. And as they teach English, mathematics, science, whatever, it begins to fumble with your daughter. And the careless daughter doesn't report anything at home. The mathematics is greater than the spiritual life. Eventually, that man defiles your daughter. Or maybe we say that there's a youth group. And those youth teachers, thank God, they're teaching our children, teaching them the way of holiness and the way of life. And then familiarity between the boys and the girls, even before the youth leaders and those youths. And eventually, there is defilement. The leader who is supposed to bring them up in the way of the Lord is defiling them. Hear this. Those teachers, God will destroy them. You need to say good amen. Those leaders in church, I'm a leader, and secretly they're defiling ladies, women. They even commit adultery. But married women, God will deal with them. Look at that verse 17. If any man defile the temple of God, him shall God destroy. For the temple of God is holy, which temple ye are. Purposeful devotion towards our destiny on the throne. We're coming to Esther chapter 2, reading from verse 17. Esther chapter 2, reading from verse 17. And the king loved Esther. The King of Kings will love you above all the women, and she obtained grace and favor in his sight. You'll obtain grace and favor from the King of Kings in Jesus' name. More than all the virgins. You see that? She remained a virgin. And it says, so that he set the royal crown upon her head and made her queen instead of Vashti. I want you to underline that word, virgin, there. That's what God wants us to be spiritually. No defilement, no adultery, no fornication, no fleshly acts, nothing associating us with the world that will defile us. 2 Corinthians chapter 11. 2 Corinthians chapter 11, we're reading from verse 2. For I am jealous over you with godly jealousy, for I have espoused you to one husband, that I may present you as a chaste virgin to Christ. Nothing of the world, nothing of the flesh, nothing of defilement, nothing of evil. I pray the Lord will preserve you clean, pure, holy, righteous, undefiled, unstained in Jesus' name. Revelation chapter 14 verse 4. Revelation chapter 14 verse 4. These are they which are not defiled with women. You want to be in glory on that final day. You want to reign with Christ. These are they which are not defiled with women. Whether the women are your housemates, or they're your neighbors, or they're sisters in the church, or they're, just helpers, not defiled with women, for they are virgins. God will keep us to be virgins spiritually in Jesus' name. No sin, no evil, no corruption, no secret deal with any woman. I hope you'll not tell your husband, no, I'm saying what they say, what has happened now is the devil, is Satan. The devil always carries the blame of people's indulgence, of people's carelessness. It's Satan. But you know, I hope you don't tell your husband. Why should you tell a woman not to tell her husband whatever she does? Well, because this one is bad, this one is evil. I hope you don't tell your dad about what has happened. I love to keep on teaching you. I love to keep on taking care of you. Take this wretched, miserable 1,000 naira. If that girl was a pure girl, righteous daughter, teachable daughter, transformed daughter, just throw the 1,000 naira in their face. They'll not bribe you with money to defile you.